To watch the latest from India Science, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon to get notifications on all the science-related videos.
In this episode, we talk about a tech gadget that might one day help humans colonize Mars and how the whitest paint known to humankind could help in the fight against climate change. Hello, this is Bhagyashree and you are watching SciTech on India Science. We have told you about NASA's Perseverance mission and how Ingenuity, a helicopter, scripted history by flying in a different world. But today, we put the spotlight on MOXIE, a toaster-sized gadget that successfully produced oxygen out of thin Martian air. We'll tell you more about the tech in our video and what this feat means for future space missions.
What would you do if you were stranded in an inhospitable world like Mars? Some of you might look to the novel The Martian for answers. It was subsequently made into a movie. The science fiction book brought us the survival story of an astronaut fighting the harsh Martian conditions. The protagonist had to find a safe shelter, grow food, and create a water supply in a frozen desert. Food, water, and shelter are often regarded as the essential ingredients for life on Earth. Mars will need more than just that, as oxygen is in short supply on the planet. The atmosphere contains more than 95% carbon dioxide and 0.13% of oxygen. In other words, we cannot breathe Martian air. The protagonist knew that too. He used a system called an oxygenerator to make oxygen using carbon dioxide from the MAV, Mars Ascent Vehicle fuel generator. Generating oxygen from Martian air worked in science fiction, but could future Mars colonizers translate this success in the real world? Doing so would not just provide breathable air, but also power rockets that return to Earth. NASA's Perseverance mission, which landed on Mars earlier this year, made a small start, showing us the way. The Perseverance rover carried a toaster-sized instrument called MOXIE, which stands for the Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment. The instrument made 5.4 grams of oxygen in 1 hour, which could provide breathable oxygen for a human for about 10 minutes. Let's look at how MOXIE works. First, it collects air, it then compresses it and filters out contaminants. After this, MOXIE heats the gas to 800 degrees Celsius. This process separates oxygen atoms from carbon dioxide molecules, releasing carbon monoxide as a byproduct. MOXIE can generate up to 10 grams of oxygen per hour. In the days to come, it will perform tests in 3 phases. The first phase will characterize the instrument's function. The second one will test if the device can operate in varying atmospheric conditions, such as different times of day and seasons. According to NASA, the final phase will try new operating modes, such as comparing operations at 3 or more different temperatures. In a statement, Jim Reiter, Associate Administrator for NASA's Space Technology Mission Directorate, said, "This is a critical first step at converting carbon dioxide to oxygen on Mars." MOXIE has more work to do, but the results from this technology demonstration are full of promise as we move toward our goal of one day seeing humans on Mars, Reiter added.
For most of us, summer is the most dreaded part of the year. Air conditioners do provide us with some respite from the intense heat, but it drives up energy use and our electricity bill, thereby fueling the climate change crisis. Scientists from Purdue University believe that we can reduce our unhealthy dependence on air conditioners by painting our walls white. Before you act on it, the white isn't your ordinary white paint. What is it then? Let's find out.
For many centuries, people painted their homes white to keep the heat out. Why white, you may wonder. First, let's understand why people hesitate to wear black clothes during summers. Black absorbs more light, which then gets converted into heat. The object in turn feels warmer. White objects, on the other hand, reflect more light. As a result, the light does not transform into heat, and the object's temperature does not feel noticeably hot. While air conditioners are helping keep indoor spaces cool in the modern era, they are not eco-friendly and they dig a hole in our pockets. The power needed to keep air conditioners and electric fans running accounts for 20% of global electricity use, according to the International Energy Agency's Future of Cooling report. By 2050, the energy demand from air conditioners will triple, according to the IEA. So should we embrace the age-old solution of cooling our homes instead? Scientists from Purdue University believed in the idea that white paints could one day replace ACs. But the paints available in the market could reflect only 80 to 90% of sunlight and can't make surfaces cooler than their surroundings. To make the solution more effective, the white paint needed tinkering. So the team spent 6 years working on it. And they developed the whitest color ever known to humankind and the coolest on record. Their product reflects up to 98.1% of sunlight according to the team. When tested outdoors, the paint kept surfaces 10.5 degrees Celsius cooler than the surroundings at night. It could also cool surfaces by 4.4 degrees Celsius under intense sunlight in the afternoon. Giving the paint its extreme whiteness is a high concentration of a chemical called barium sulfate, which is also used to make photo paper and cosmetics white. Xiangyu Li, a postdoctoral researcher at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology who worked on this project, said, "We looked at various commercial products, basically anything that's white. We found that using barium sulfate, you can theoretically make things really reflective, which means that they are really white." Their tinkering did not end here. The researchers used different sizes of barium sulfate particles. This variation in size allows these particles to scatter more of the light spectrum from the sun. The researchers claim their paint has the potential to handle outdoor conditions, similar to commercial paints.
Well, that's all for this episode of SciTech. You can send us your valuable feedback on the email ID flashing on your screens. Also download India Science app or visit our website www.indiascience.in for more such videos. Don't forget to follow us on social media handles as well. So before signing off, here is fact of the day for you.
Astronauts in the International Space Station produce oxygen by splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen gas using electricity from the ISS solar panels. This process is called electrolysis.